We are at the High Court in Bloemfontein. Minister Dr. Aaron Motsoaledi has just given his testimony today on the issue of the murder case, or rather trial, that is continuing here at the High Court in Bloemfontein. Joining me now, of course, is the Minister himself. Minister, just give us clarity. You made your submissions in there, and you did say that you don't know the person we're talking about, which is Dr. Louis Siemens.
I don't know any of these people that has been spoken about. I don't know this Dr. Louis Siemens. I don't know this Bakili. And you heard in court himself, Mr. Bakili said he doesn't know me. And he actually claimed the affidavit with the newspapers are talking about, especially City Press. He said he has never deposed any affidavit whatsoever. So the question is, where did the newspapers take that from? Because the person who is supposed to have written an affidavit that he has bribed me is denying. He said he never wrote anything like that.
Minister, let's also get clarity on the issue of the bribery of 154,000 that you are alleged to have received.
Well, you heard the legal advisor of the person who is supposed to have given me the bribe. The legal advisor said this client knows nothing about it. He has never claimed in any affidavit. And I confirm that I read that from Foxplat and the main one from City Press, that I'm supposed to have been bribed for 154,000 rand. You were there in court. You heard that the person who is supposed to have given you that bribe said he knows nothing about it. He doesn't even know about writing an affidavit about that. Because you see, when you read City Press, their emphasis is that the affidavit was deposed under oath. You know, they said it's a sworn statement, meaning it must be true. But the person who is supposed to depose that sworn statement says no. He agrees with me that we don't know each other and we've never had any dealings with each other.
Another important issue, Minister, you're a public figure. How do you feel to be dragged in such cases?
Well, I feel very bad and I'm angry because I think I've been a victim twice in this case. I've been a victim in these claims of bribery by what's happening in court here, even though the people who are supposed to have written that are denying it. But I feel I'm victimized by that. But I feel I've been a victim again, victimized by City Press, who asked me questions and I answered them, and they chose to write an article which purports me as being involved in murder and bribery. Of course, they are hiding under the auspice that it comes from court. But if you look at the response I gave them, if they were prepared to investigate, they will have seen that no, there is something fishy about this whole thing. But they were eager to sell newspapers using my name in the same way as whoever wanted this license of a private hospital was eager to use my name to get a license which will give me money. So these are people who are looking for money and they're using my name, both City Press and whoever of this accused. So I don't like it. I feel very bad about it. It's very unfair to me. People, and you know, the biggest asset I have in my life is my name. I would like to protect it, and for it to be dragged in the mud like that is something that made me feel very bad.
One last question, Minister. You opened a case?
Against?
You said in court during the submissions that you did open a case about this defamation that is happening.
No, it's not about this. I opened the court case about the event that looks like this one, which took place last week, and they are related, where somebody phoned me purporting to be Judge Ledwaba, discussing with me about this case, and only to find that that's not Judge Ledwaba, it's somebody else who was hoodwinking me. It's a criminal thing. I opened the case in Cape Town about this issue after a discussion with the real Judge Ledwaba, because he too is a very highly respected judicial officer. He was being dragged into this thing in a way that's unimaginable.
Minister, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you.
That was Dr. Minister Aaron Motsoaledi, of course, giving clarity as he just gave his testimony on the issue that is continuing here of Dr. Siemens. We know that Dr. Louis Siemens was gunned down in the basement parking lot of Prela Square last year. And we expect also another person to take the stand who will be continuing to give testimony, which is in Dr. Lositlai.
Well, we'll have